The date is October 23rd, 2019. I'm writing to document my discoveries on the potential conflict between movie theaters and streaming services. I have stumbled upon some witnesses who may have some information. Here are their stories.
My name is Griffin Pettis, and I've been working at Celebration Cinema at the Rivertown Mall for about 3 years now. I have seen a decline in the amount of audiences that come to the theater, especially if I compare it to when I first started, because I remember my shifts would be long and tedious with a steady line the whole time. But now it's different. There's small rushes and then no one for a little bit. It's just very sparse, so it has been a little different. It's because a big blockbuster just came out, and before, when a blockbuster would come out, I remember the line would just last forever. But now I was expecting this big long shift, and it was just kind of slower, and it threw me off.
So I'm Spencer Everhart. I am a film video alum of Grand Valley State University, and I also have a cinema and media studies master's degree from York University in Toronto. This is currently my second year at Grand Valley as a visiting instructor, and I teach the film studies courses. From what I understand in terms of a lot of the data that has come out about this issue, because people have started to wonder about it, it hasn't had that much of an effect at all. I think that instead of people being drawn away from theaters and more towards their homes or their computers or smartphones or whatever, the data has shown that people who want to sort of consume movies at the theater are also people who like to consume things on streaming, and that there actually hasn't been a dip in either, depending on what sort of is available at those venues. And so I think there's maybe more of a comparable or symbiotic relationship between people who want to watch stuff and because I think the data shows that people who go to the movies a lot are also people who watch a lot of things on streaming. And if folks who maybe only go to see a couple movies a year are the people who maybe only watch a couple hours of streaming in a week. So I don't think that it's necessarily hitting the business end of theaters that much.
So the theater has noticed a decline in the people coming. So what we've done basically is we revised the rewards program. So now what we do is every $50 you spend at the theater, you get $5 back through a voucher. So we're kind of hoping people think that's a better deal and it causes them to come a little bit more. Yeah, I'd say the difference between streaming and theater is just the experience. It's just not the same. Watching a movie at your house on your couch just by yourself, it's just a chill activity. When going to the movies is it depends on how you look at it, I guess, but it can be an event. It's more of going out and doing something, and it's just a step-by-step process. You buy the ticket, you get the popcorn, you get the drinks, you go in. It's just a whole thing, and I personally love that. Some people don't, but I feel that's one big good factor about going to the movies.
In terms of the experience of the theater itself, I think that people do enjoy it. I think that there is something special about it. I think that especially for any sort of big name release that's coming out that people are excited to go see, they do enjoy going to see it with a group, and they enjoy the theater experience.
I'd say, if I'm being honest, I stream them more just because it's more convenient, but it's hard because if it's a movie that I'm really anticipating, or if the reviews are really good, or if a lot of my friends are telling me about it and I just can't wait for it to come out on any streaming service, I'll just go to the theater. And also I like going to the theater. I do understand the appeal of just sitting at home and streaming it, but like I said, anticipated things or big movies, I'll usually go if it's something I really want to see, but I do stream movies a lot also.
Like I said, we're not necessarily seeing a dwindling in ticket sales or theater attendance because people are being drawn by certain things. The problem is that certain thing is basically one thing. It's a homogenous corporate franchise kind of model of blockbusters that are based on established franchises like Star Wars or these newer comic book serialized stories. And that's all well and good. I'm not criticizing those things as such. The issue is that they're dominating the marketplace to a point where it's all that's offered. When you only have that one thing offered, that's when it becomes a problem.
This is all the information I have for now. Any new occurrences will be documented as such. This is Detective Watson, signing off.